I want to make for you this amazing cheesecake, which has a little bit of a twist by using vanilla sugar. It creates a delicious, dark, moody cheesecake, and you're going to love it, because I do. Got my gorgeous Bega cream cheese here. It's delicious. I'm going to just pop it into my blender. Just whoop, in we go. To the delicious cream cheese, add 3 egg yolks, saving the whites for later, and the all-important vanilla sugar. Then a glug of OJ. Ooh, that looks nice. Some vanilla and a little corn flour to help keep everything together in the oven. And cannot forget a bit of orange zest. Once you've got all the zest, it's into the blender and switch it on. And then just turn it on. Woo, we're good to go. Keep blending until the mixture is smooth and creamy. That is a beautifully smooth cheesecake. We're going to make it even more lighter and fluffier by incorporating these 3 egg whites. In a separate bowl, whisk the egg whites with a pinch of salt until they form soft peaks. I find making the noises helps the process. But that step is optional. So the egg whites, they're soft when you lift them up and flops over. That's lovely. Perfect. Then gradually fold the cream cheese mix with the egg whites, trying to keep as much air in as possible. Once the mixture is incorporated, it's ready to pour onto your base, and then pop your cheesecake into a preheated oven for about 50 to 55 minutes. Then it's time to think about the top. Right, getting onto our compote. This compote is so simple, delicious. Pop your saucepan onto a medium heat and add some delicious Driscoll's blueberries. Then add some maple syrup, more OJ, and stir gently with a slotted spoon until the berries have cooked down. And you can see them changing colour. It's quite spectacular. It looks amazing. Look at that. Who needs tricks when you've got blackberries? Right, so what I'm going to do now is pull them out with my slotted spoon. Pop the heat down a touch and let it bubble away until it's thick and syrupy. Look at that. That's syrupy. Look at that. Bloop. Then pour it back onto the blackberries. Look at that. Ooh, yeah. Then it's onto the last piece of the puzzle. Now we're making a caramel or a toffee. So those who grew up in the 80s, we went to school fairs, and the great thing about school fairs was toffees that stuck to the patty pan, and you had 100,000, you loved yourself sick for it. And you probably ate too many that you did get sick. But we're going to make a sophisticated adult version for those of us who are finally grown up. In a clean pan, pour in some raw caster sugar, then honey and a splash of water to help stop crystallisation. A really good tip, if it does crystallise, you get a brush and you get your water, and then you just brush around the edge of your caramel, and it will just kind of bring it all back in together. Once the caramel starts to bronze, pour it onto a lined tray. Woohoo! Look at that. And add some chopped nuts and a good quality salt. I'm going to get that in there, and then you cannot forget this beautiful Murray River salt over the top. And I love this salt because the flakes just look so good. Pop it in the fridge for half an hour to set. I've been enjoying a beautiful coffee whilst my cake has been cooking, and I've got a little Christmas cracker for you. After 55 minutes of baking, turn your oven off and then let your cake cool down in the oven, and that means you won't get any cracks. Because look at this. Amazing. Perfect. Then let your inner artist out to play. With generous spoonfuls of tangy compote, shards of crispy caramel brittle, some decadent lint balls, and some juicy fresh Driscoll berries. After all, this is a treat fit for Santa himself, or your mates.